It's officially started, guys, and who would have thought that the first blockbuster trade that would be happening is one of the few trades we didn't see coming from the start? Well, it's been confirmed, and Russell Westbrook has been traded to the Los Angeles Lakers from the Washington Wizards. We'll be giving you all the NBA players' reactions as well as fans' reactions. So let's get right into it. Russell Westbrook is going home, and it appears that LeBron has finally gotten his big-name secondary ball handler.
What up, Kim? What up, Kim? What does this mean for the Lakers? Everything!
It happened on Thursday on the draft night with plenty of talking points. But it was the Lakers who stole the headlines after trading for 9-time All-Star Russell Westbrook for 3 players and a draft pick in a deal that has been in the works for a couple of days. It first seemed like the deal wasn't going to happen, but it finally did. The Washington Wizards, in return for Westbrook, got Kyle Kuzma, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Montrezl Harrell, and the number 22 overall pick. It first began more than 2 months ago when LeBron James and Anthony Davis first followed Westbrook's wife on Instagram. Even though it prompted a lot of rumors of a trade that Russell Westbrook was going to be traded to the Lakers, it still seemed innocent. I mean, anybody can follow anybody they want. Then about 2 weeks ago, Russell Westbrook went to LeBron James' home, and together with Anthony Davis, they had a conversation about the All-Star guard joining James and Davis on the Lakers. They all discussed about putting their egos aside and playing together in order to bring the Lakers another championship. Westbrook said his only intention was to win. Besides, coming back home to Los Angeles to become a champion made perfect sense. It's like a well-written script with a good ending. So why not? Davis and James also discussed how the two of them could change positions if that was what was best for the team. James would move from small forward to power forward, and Davis from power forward to center. Westbrook also assured Davis and James that he doesn't mind playing off the ball when LeBron initiates the offense. After all, he did the same thing while playing alongside James Harden with the Houston Rockets. And then, on Thursday, one of the NBA's biggest and most important nights since the draft was held in Brooklyn,
with the first pick in the 2021 NBA Draft, the Detroit Pistons select Cade Cunningham from Oklahoma State University.
The three of them got their wish when the Lakers and Wizards agreed on a deal to send Westbrook to Los Angeles from Washington. With the 9-time All-Star and 2017 Most Valuable Player, alongside LeBron and Davis, the Lakers now have their own Big Three and the NBA's latest super team. This is what Max Kellerman was trying to say when he tweeted this. Incredible if the hashtag Lakers turn a bunch of useful spare parts into Russell Westbrook. LeBron, AD, Westbrook is a legit answer to KD, Harden, Kyrie. Brooklyn Big Three will shoot it better. Lakers Big Three will defend better.
I believe they go into the finals. I believe that if they were healthy anyway. But I certainly believe it now. But right now, you're going to have people looking at the Lakers, and they're going to look at him.
He also becomes the 7th former MVP to be acquired by the Lakers after Wilt Chamberlain, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Bob McAdoo, Karl Malone, Steve Nash, and James himself. The trade can't officially be announced until August 6th. But a few hours after the trade was complete, Westbrook took to Twitter to appreciate and thank the Wizards franchise, tweeting, "Thank you, DC. You welcomed my family and I with open arms from day one. Everyone from the front office to the training staff, the coaches, my teammates, and the fans. I'm grateful y'all took a chance on me and supported me every step of the way. I'm blessed to have been a part of such a stand-up organization. It didn't take long to make a home in DC, and I will forever be grateful and appreciative of my experience with the organization. Thank you." Is a local product of the LA community, after having gone to UCLA and Lawndale Lusinger High, but he's always wanted to return back to LA and play for the Lakers. Last season, Westbrook averaged a triple-double with 22.2 points, 11.5 rebounds, and 11.7 assists, and he has averaged a triple-double in 4 of his last 5 seasons. Westbrook also currently holds the all-time triple-double record with 185, after he overtook Oscar Robertson in May. Westbrook, who won NBA's Most Valuable Player during the 2016-17 season, will be on his 4th team in 4 years, having started his career with Oklahoma City. From there, he went to Houston and Washington, and now he's found his way back home to the Lakers. This deal means Westbrook will play as the starting point guard, and Dennis Schroeder will probably no longer be needed in LA. Schroeder, who ran the point for the Lakers this past season, turned down an $84 million 4-year deal for the Lakers last season so that he can pursue a more lucrative deal as a free agent this summer. I know we talked about how LeBron, Davis, and Westbrook said they're willing to change their positions and all that stuff, but it's still unclear how that deal will go. There were some reports that the Lakers were also interested in signing Kings guard Buddy Hield leading up to the draft, and maybe that deal will still go through one way or the other. But a shooter made much more sense next to Anthony Davis and LeBron James than signing Westbrook, to be honest. There's no doubt about Westbrook's talent, but it's difficult to see how he'll fit into a championship-winning context. We all know that the Lakers have been desperately looking for a secondary playmaker to help take the ball handling pressure off James, as LeBron is getting tired of handling responsibilities. So yeah, maybe Russ can help with that. Westbrook may not be a shooter, but he's a dynamic scorer that will make the Lakers even deadlier in transition and on the glass. But other than that, the fit looks a little messy offensively. Are the Lakers going to play a center next to Davis? Can their offense survive with playing Westbrook, Davis, and LeBron all together? Or have the Lakers forgotten how they neutralized Russ in a playoff series less than 2 years ago? Also, the major factor behind the Lakers' success in the last couple of seasons has been their defense. Besides that, the Lakers were only able to shoot 35.4% from 3, the 10th worst mark in the league last season. Westbrook is an attacker and downhill player and is not known for his three-point shooting. I mean, this is a player that is notoriously and famously known for being a bad three-point shooter. He shot 31.5% from three-point range last season and has a 30.5% three-point shooter over his 13-year career, further limiting spacing for LeBron and Anthony Davis as they drive towards the basket. This was already a problem over the past 2 seasons, so adding Westbrook into the mix is a little dicey. Glad someone agrees with us. A fan posted this with a caption, "Lakers trying to create spacing after adding Westbrook." When you think about Westbrook, LeBron, and Davis on paper, it looks amazing. And considering the fact that LeBron has shown a willingness and skill at adapting to superstar talent around him, you most likely think that that is what LeBron and the Lakers are betting on. Still, that's a risky move, especially when you consider this trade uses up most of LA's trade assets. And yes, Kuzma and KCP were frustrating at times, but they were still impactful members during the championship run. Also, what if Westbrook doesn't work out? He definitely won't be easy to move, and his big contract basically ties him for the rest of LeBron's deal with the Lakers. LeBron has just a few precious left in his career, and the Lakers seem to be taking a massive gamble by acquiring a player like Westbrook. Now let's look at what NBA players thought of the trade. Even though teams are not allowed to announce the franchise, that doesn't mean that players aren't allowed to. LeBron James was obviously excited about the move, posting a picture of Westbrook photoshopped into a Lakers jersey with a caption, "X Brody X." We don't exactly know what the first emoji means, but we suppose it refers to the brow. Don't worry, it's nothing serious. It's just that Davis is not a big social media guy. Brooklyn Nets power forward Spencer Dinwiddie's tweet was to you Lakers fans out there. Buddy or Russ? Who y'all got, Lakers fans? Ja Morant, 2020's Rookie of the Year and second overall pick in the 2019 NBA Draft, who plays for the Memphis Grizzlies, tweeted, "This is the NBA." And we agree, it sure is. Former Lakers superstar and one of the greatest players of all time also tweeted, "Laker Nation, the blockbuster trade that's bringing Russell Westbrook to the Lakers is very exciting and will definitely make the Lakers a championship contender next season. With Westbrook joining LeBron and AD, the Lakers now have their version of the Big Three. All we need now is a couple of shooters and we'll be tough to beat." At least he didn't forget to admit that they need shooters. Who the Lakers get to fill that remains a mystery, but we're placing our bet on Carmelo Anthony. He's a great friend of LeBron and the man is still an efficient shooter. Trae Young kept it cryptic, but we can all agree with him when he says, "It's already starting. ... bomb emoji, eyes emoji." Daily Sports analyst Skip Bayless had this to say, "Russell Westbrook going home to LA will be on his best behavior for a while with LeBron, but as the pressure mounts, as the playoffs approach, you'll see more and more of, 'I got this, Bron.' KD was right to leave Russ. LeBron's Lakers just got worse."
You will come to regret signing off on this deal. You will come to see that your Lakers tonight just got worse. Sorry, LeBron.
Well, we all know Westbrook. That's a behavior that's not far from him. Comment below to let us know your thoughts and be sure to subscribe for more. And don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss another one of our videos. We'll see you next time, latest Hoops fans. Until then, keep shooting your shot.